highway. We've already seen it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Crashes can happen in all kinds of strange ways. Around the world, it's believed between 20 and 50 million people suffer non-life-threatening injuries on our roads each year. Not many of those will have considered the dangers coming at us from above. But maybe we should. How did this end up here? Yep, this car really did fall from that floor above. The driver pressed the accelerator when they tried to make way for someone in a car wash garage. Fortunately, they escaped without serious injuries. Now, keep an eye on the trees. It's thought the tree gave way under the weight of the snow. Luckily, no one was injured, but 3 cars suffered significant damage. And what could go wrong here? The tree collapses onto cars parked on the side of the road. But seen from another angle, it almost had even more serious consequences. A pedestrian runs for cover. But she almost runs straight into trouble. The tree pulls down a power line, which misses her by millimeters. But it's not only nature which you have to be wary of. While this car waits at a crossing, its dash cam records the moment a beam from a construction site falls from the sky and lands on the road below. No one was injured, but it did damage the rear of the 2 cars as it fell to earth. It also pays to think carefully about where to park. These cars were destroyed when a wall in the building next to the car park collapsed. They were all unoccupied and no one was injured. But I wouldn't want to be the builder that tries to explain this one. It looks snowy in this Serbian car park, but how did that happen? It's like the world's biggest set of drums. And it certainly brings a whole new meaning to being snowed in. At least that's better than what happened here. Strong winds blew the entire roof off this building in China. People probably shouldn't be on the roads when the weather is this extreme. Of course, there's watching out for things falling from the sky. And then there are cars that seem to fly. This took place at a rally in Lithuania. Getting insane amounts of air at a jump, the driver had little chance of controlling the landing. And yet, despite the impact, the driver escaped unharmed. America is home to over 250 million cars. On average, every day 60 of them crash into a restaurant, shop, office block or petrol station in incidents like this. This isn't your usual way of getting petrol. What happens next is even more bizarre. The driver climbs out of the car unhurt and tries to hail a passing cab. The taxi doesn't seem willing to take him and eventually drives off with the man still hanging onto the side. Police released the footage in an attempt to trace the driver of the car. This crash caused around $5,000 worth of damage to the petrol station. But instances of cars driving into buildings are taking place all over the world. This driver's dash cam caught this unusual accident in Perth. Some moments are odder than others, though. This motorist in China drives at the revolving doors of a hotel after a night on the booze. He smashes straight into the hotel lobby and heads for reception before performing a U-turn and trying to escape. He was later caught by the police, but not before he'd done about 35 grand's worth of damage. Here's someone else a little worse for wear. To make matters worse, he's driven into a bank, so the alarm goes straight away. The driver tried to make a hasty withdrawal by fleeing the scene, but police soon caught up with him. After you deposit a car in a bank, there will obviously be a significant amount of damage. The people in the foyer of this karaoke bar also had a lucky escape. The driver of the white car lost control and crashed into the building. Amazingly, no one was seriously injured, and reports the driver wasn't a fan of someone's rendition of My Way have yet to be confirmed. At the end of the day, it's lovely to get in the car and look forward to going home. Just need to get out of this parking area. Shouldn't be a problem though, right? Wrong. This driver ended up reversing straight into the beauty salon. In fact, she only just missed the guy walking past. She clearly couldn't wait till tomorrow for her blow dry. The salon was closed, so there were no injuries. But the shop is going to need a makeover. The driver of this white car in Russia was at least in the right place when she pressed the wrong pedal as she drove into this garage. Luckily, the mechanic was quick to react. At least you're in the right place for repairs.